Now let's get it started. Let's get it started.
Play ball!
Chelsea dropped points in their first game in 2025. They drew against Crystal Palace. That game ended 1-1. This is the fourth game in a row Chelsea have dropped points. From 2024 to 2025, they have been dropping points, and now they are not even talking about title challenge again. Now they are going to struggle for top four because City won today, Bournemouth won today. A whole lot of teams that are behind them are winning games, and Chelsea is dropping points. So they are now in the struggle for top four. Okay, if you look at that game, they scored first in that game. Palmer scoring with Sancho giving an assist was a good goal. But Chelsea has conceded, I think, from 75 to 90 minutes, Chelsea has conceded more goals for this last 15 minutes in the Premier League this season. What is wrong with Chelsea? What did they do wrong in this game? And is it Maresca? Because
what have they been doing wrong?
Because everybody talking about Maresca's tactics, in-game tactics. He gets his lineup pretty fine, but the way he does his changes, the way he rotates his player is always a problem for Chelsea fans.
Now it don't be a problem for Chelsea fans. Chelsea fans, when I said this their high song, it goes soon change. This honeymoon goes soon end. People were like, no, so you're bad belly. I know you're bad belly. I just talk on the way it is. Maresca has done well. You get. We've seen these lapses during the beginning of the season where he will make a sub and an error sub. We dey see him, they do him consistently. But it works. When you do sub now, I say if he work, we'll clap for you. If he no work, we'll say he didn't do. You do a sub, it works. We all hail the coach for seeing the game through. You score a goal in the 14th minute of the game. 14th minute in the first 20 minutes of the game, you are flying all high. But I feel like the energy level for Chelsea is not there. The intensity he wants the team to play with till the 90 minutes is not there yet. And the team cannot keep playing that intensity. For the first 18 games of the season, we saw it. Until suddenly they said dropping points was the last stage of the first half of the season. That intensity was no longer there. Intensity will have to drop at some point. It's the Premier League, and now we are going to say they'll still play another competition. So now we are saying this set of players are not playing the Premier League. This set of players are not playing the Champions League or Conference League. They have a different group of players playing different competitions. But just talk about the group playing the Premier League itself. The group playing the Premier League itself. Because even the intensity level not there for the long run of the season.
I think the problem, John, I think is they are missing a couple of chances. If you look at the chances they have missed in these past 4 games, all of them are winnable games. If you look at the chances they have missed. So Chelsea has been complaining they need somebody that can finish their chances for them. Jackson is not delivering. So, but do you think it's Maresca's problem or Jackson a striking problem? Because instead of introducing Nkunku, he introduced Gui. It didn't still work.
For me, in this scenario now, I wouldn't say it's an intensity problem because this is not an intensity problem. When you say you have an intensity problem, you say that the players you have are actually good. But
they are not giving their all.
They are not giving their all. They are not running as hard as
they are getting tired.
They are not running as hard
as
they can. It's not an intensity problem. If that's your problem, it's a conditioning problem because fitness levels should be high. These players have not been playing 3 games in a week, 4 games in a week like other players in other clubs where they have just one team. These players have had the opportunity to have midweek off. And then come and play in Premier League on weekend. So we can't say it's an intensity problem because they are fresh. Chelsea should have the freshest set of legs.
The players cannot play the intensity game he wants to play for 90 minutes.
It's not about the intensity game because at the bottom line of this whole thing is that Chelsea keep losing concentration towards the ending of the game. One, Chelsea keep on making the same mistakes they make in their own games. You start the game, you score a goal, they go back, they are under pressure, you are dominating the game. But you love moving the ball, doing your dribble, doing your razzle dazzle. At the end of the day, you come back to midfield and build again, go forward. You come back to midfield, build again forward. There's no penetration. And that's what Maresca should be watching out for. How do we own possession? How do we score an early goal? And then we allow these guys keep us at bay till the 70-something minutes or when, and then we consider we end up with a draw. One is that there are not enough good strikers at the club. Like I said earlier on, Jackson is doing fine since he got that fire punch from Mikel Arteta. Mikel Obi. Yeah. He's been doing fine since then, but his numbers are still bang average when you put it in the perspective with other top strikers in the league. His numbers are still bang average. So Chelsea need to get a striker in this January. Otherwise, 9th Avenue is a reality.
Talking about striker now, so the striker they are looking out for, Osimhen, he scored again today, even though it was a penalty. He scored again, but I think Chelsea needs a striker because if you look at the couple of chances they have created in 4 games, it's enough for them to win games. They are losing. It's not that they're not creating chances. They are making chances, but they are not scoring goals. Look at how many goals they have scored. 1 goal, 2 goals, 1 goal, 2.
Up north in Manchester, we say some player is not getting services, and yet his numbers are just there or thereabout, and we still criticize him for not scoring goals, though he was not getting services. Now compare those numbers, that is that number of person that is not getting services, to that of Jackson. Conversion rate. What we talk about is conversion rate, shot conversion rate. That's when you take a shot, either it's on target.
Make a shot on target.
Make me say that goalkeeper save him. You get just play on target. Make me say that goalkeeper save him. Hoyland go take shot. Even anyhow way you see the shot, he go play him, he go hit on target. Make me say that goalkeeper save him. Jackson no get that. And when we compare the two, we say Jackson is better. And we always say Jackson is better than Hoyland. We agree. Okay, now these are the 2 players.
We've never compared Jackson and Hoyland. We compare Jackson with Nkunku.
I just God knows where I'm going to. Chelsea fans, they know I'm going to. Now, with these 2 players, Hoyland and Jackson, and this person not get service and this person not get, you know that their conversion rate is now, you now judge it that Jackson no good. At some point, you have to cut him some slacks. He wasn't getting service, all of that. He's being bullied by defenders, all of that. All of last season, we had excuses for him. It's his first season in the Premier League. We had excuses for him all of last season. Christopher Nkunku is not an out-and-out 9. The debate between me and John now, he's not an out-and-out 9. He drifts, and he still scores his goals. You get now, for somebody that doesn't drift, that can camp, he's not getting the goals, yet he gets all the service. Look at today's game, having 4 shots, none of them on target. Keeper not even saving. As anytime Jackson carry ball, say, okay, now the one pass to Jackson, keeper will just go read newspaper.
Okay, talking about the missing couple of shots, even though Palmer scored in the first half, good
combination between him and Sancho.
Yeah. A good player. Palmer has been saving them. But let's talk about Maresca, because the way he started off losing games. Manchester City lost against Manchester City. I think he lost 2 games in a row.
Yeah, he lost against Man City and lost against Liverpool.
So, and from there he picked up and he started cooking.
Yeah, cooking something. Now you don't say they cook.
No, he was cooking.
Me from beginning I say he no cook anything.
He was cooking. I beg, don't be
from where he was to second.
Yes,
he was cooking.
What Ten Hag cannot do with 3 years, he did in 6 months.
So what Ateta cannot do in 3 years, he did it. If now that's the cooking now, Ateta could not do it.
Ateta finished second.
No, he said in his first season, first 3 years, Ten Hag 3 years, Ateta 2 years, 3 years.
Now Maresca, if you look at Maresca now, do you think that is it the pressure? Because he came out to say, so I read something when the game was going up on social media. Somebody was saying probably life took his word directly. He said that they are struggling. They want to just do tougher. So life is actually pushing them. So sometimes when you say something, I
wouldn't believe it's life, because with Enzo Maresca will not come out and make. Enzo Maresca is a cerebral. I will call him a cerebral assassin, because he thinks 4 steps ahead on the chessboard. Right. Number 1, you had a fantastic season with Leicester City. You were handpicked to come to Chelsea because of your association with Guardiola and your success at Leicester City. So you are talented. You have one of the biggest minds in football right now as your mentor or mentor, obviously. So you are handpicked and brought to Chelsea. Coming into Chelsea now, you have a problem with the team, the quality of players, who you are going to work with, who you are going to buy and bring in. All these things predicated with a fan base that are demanding trophies yesterday, not even today, not even end of season. You can't blame them. So now in all of these things, he's plotted the graph and said, I can't come here and say I'm going to end an era. I'm going to secure top 4. Why does he keep saying that? Why does he keep saying it's a marathon, not a sprint? Why does he keep saying it? He knows he doesn't have a defense. Look at the back 4 today. Somebody called Achiempong or something.
Let's see, no call the name with people. Now you are looking to pronounce the name like.
Okay, nothing about him.
Came in.
That was on the bench. Tosin was on the bench. That means doesn't trust this defenders.
Yes.
For him to bring in.
So he knows his liabilities. He knows his liability is his defense. He knows his liability is the people up front. Do you understand me? I bet you $1,000 if you go back and meet him one-on-one in somewhere in the back room and tell him, did you actually want João Felix? He'll tell you no. So he knows his liability and he's saying what he can deliver allow him to deliver what he can deliver. Summer, he will spend again and get the right people in. QED.
Maresca, what do you think about this Maresca? Because now his game plan, I understand where John is coming from, but for your own idea,
the reason I talk from beginning of season, now I still do it. He's not cooking anything. Not
pure bad belle.
Not be bad belle. I talk from
Not pure bad belle.
Go back to the first episode of the season when he started winning games after he lost to Man City. He won a run of games. Then he went on to lose against Liverpool. And I said, if you are contending for title,
what's the one thing he has always kept saying right from day one?
That food will burn.
That food will burn,
right?
What's
the one thing he has always been saying about Ten Hag? Even when he's having a terrible run
give him time.
Give him time. What's the one thing he has always been saying about Ruud van Nistelrooy when he started at Manchester United? That tells you that this is just sentimental bias.
It's not sentimental bias. I said, you talk about Ten Hag, I say give him time. People are counting 3 years for Ten Hag, it's 2 years. Because 2 years and 9 weeks, you let him off the job.
Okay.
2 years and 9 weeks. He wasn't given enough proper time. Let's agree with that. Ten Hag, I said the same thing do Ole. Sorry, no be Ten Hag, Ruud van Nistelrooy. The same thing do Ole. They go seeing all this I finish. I know Man U fans. I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about the fan base. The fan base I have seen, I have witnessed. The Chelsea fan base.
The fan base that you are part of as well.
The Chelsea fan base, I have witnessed them. I am part of them. You see, football is first. Fan base is secondary. You see, fan base, I deal with any fan base you want. Any leg where you throw with me, I'll throw for you back. You want me to be a Chelsea fan for you, I'll give you history on how Chelsea fans operate. You want me to be a Man U fan for you, I'll give you history on how Man U fans operate. And when you said something about Ruud van Nistelrooy at the Man U job, I told you, it's a no-no. Waiting the Ole go do.
Okay.
Now, Maresca now, from beginning of season, I don't say the food go burn. You get Chelsea managers come in, first season they win a trophy. First Chelsea managers, under Abramovich, they come in, first season you win a trophy, second season you're sacked. Yes. Check on any manager they brought in. Mourinho, the likes of them, they come in their first season, they try to win a trophy, even the likes of Conte. First season, first and 1.5 year, you're winning the trophy. After that, you're sacked. Performance level will drop. And for Maresca coming in the first season, look at all the numbers you're flying, winning with maximum goals, 5-0, 4-0, 5-0. I said these players, he said the players he wanted are not the players he needed. But he's still managing to keep the crop of players in first team football. We all criticize the dressing room. That is not going to contain all the players they brought in the squad. But what happened? He has managed to manage that situation and get the first 11 he's getting. And yet you still have the same Tosi that he brought in during the summer on free transfer from Fulham. Because it was free transfer from Fulham.
Yes.
Tosi is on the bench and you play Achipong. Now Calabar boy. You go find Calabar boy, play. For us, Achipong. Forget you go use to record the name. You go call Achipong for us. Calabar boy, we never even test first team football.
Okay.
You have been the one on this show calling for academy graduates to be given opportunity.
To be
given opportunity.
You give them academy graduate. You play academy graduates on the position that senior men no go fit handle.
He said, if you feel the people you are working with are not delivering the way you want, go to the academy, and you have done it now.
But you know if you talk say Toast never deliver for Chelsea.
Well, obviously,
he's not consistent. Obviously,
Maresca thinks otherwise. So you will not I don't blame him. But when you go bring Calabar boy, we never learn how to play finish. How you take a set and to ruin match?
Okay, that game ended 1-1.
See, performance level just dropped for 60th minute.
That game ended 1-1 for Chelsea and Crystal Palace. No, Crystal Palace are a team that are building gradually. As a God assist and Metata scored that goal in the 82 minutes.
Metata.
Good game for him. Good game for them. They had a lesser position throughout the whole 90 minutes, but they scored when it mattered. They almost even won that game. But Chelsea tried to win this game. This is the fourth game in a row that Maresca and Chelsea have dropped points. That means 2 losses and 2 draws, which is very, very bad for them. Now, City winning today, they are 4 points behind City. City is gradually growing, so you have to watch out.
2 points, sorry.
2 points. Since Oliver took over this Crystal Palace side, since Oliver Glasner took over this Crystal Palace side, Mateta don't know where post day.
So it's 2 points.
Let's
see what Maresca is going to be doing. Now everybody is winning. Bournemouth won today, Man City won today. So if that top 4 is going to be very, 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 everybody is going to challenge him. So for Chelsea and Maresca and Palmer, they need to find a solution to their problem. They need another striker in the January transfer window is open. So if they can do business, fine. If they can't, maybe summer. But for Maresca and Chelsea, let's see where they are going to finish in the league this season.